And this story is for those who've been broken by life, yet still choose to be light for others. For those who give even when they have nothing, and nothing easy. For every soul who wonders if the universe is still listening. Sometimes your pain becomes someone else's miracle. Welcome to our channel. Here, nothing is easy. We don't just tell stories. We reveal the soul behind the silence. Because nothing is easy. If you believe that kindness can still change the world, this video is for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sometimes nothing is easy. A single story can be the beginning of someone's healing. John Carter was a single father, easy. A man who worked day and night, not for ambition or comfort, but for one reason. His son, Ethan. He had lost his wife in a car accident 2 years ago, and since then, life had turned into a cold and constant struggle. Minnesota winters mirrored his heart. Cold, quiet, and heavy. That day was no different. He had just come back from a failed job interview at a local auto shop. Is easy. He walked past the frozen lake that he and his wife used to visit in better days. But as he passed by, something caught his eye. 2 little girls alone, laughing on the fragile ice. And then the ice cracked. In a single instant, both girls fell through the freezing water. There was no one around. No help. Just John. Without thinking, he ran, threw off his jacket, crashed through the ice and into the water. The pain of the cold was unbearable, but all he could hear was the sound of 2 children screaming for life. With trembling arms, he pulled one out, then the other, pushing them toward the shore. By the time help arrived, easy. John was unconscious. He had stopped breathing. Easy. He woke up 3 days later in a hospital bed. A nurse sat beside him, eyes full of tears. "You saved them," she whispered. "You didn't just save 2 kids. You saved 2 families." But life didn't pause. When he returned home, weak and shivering, an eviction notice was waiting on his door. Rent was long overdue. He had nowhere to go. His hands were still trembling from the ice. And now, nothing is easy. His soul trembled under the weight of helplessness. That's when it happened. The sound of engines outside. 5 black luxury SUVs pulled up to his worn-down house. Out stepped the parents of the twin girls, with the girls in tow. They hugged him tightly, cried, thanked him again and again. But that wasn't all. They handed him a box. Inside it was a set of house keys to a new home, a check for 100 Zloty, and the title to one of the SUVs. John didn't say a word. He couldn't. For the first time in years, someone had seen his pain and returned it with honor. But this was only the beginning. His life began to change. He moved into his new home. For the first time, Ethan had his own room, a warm bed, full meals. Nothing is easy. And toys that didn't come from a thrift store. But more than that, John found peace. He began to sleep. He began to smile. He began to believe again. Then came the call. A local news crew had captured his lake rescue and shared the footage online. It went viral. Overnight, the world knew about the man who jumped into an icy lake to save strangers. He was invited to speak at a national winter conference. At first, because nothing is easy, he hesitated. What would he even say? But Ethan looked at him with wide eyes and said, "Dad, You always tell me to be brave. Maybe it's your turn now." So, John stood on that stage and he spoke. He spoke of loss, of love, of sacrifice, of freezing water and burning hearts. The audience was silent, moved, inspired. Afterward, 3 CEOs approached him. "You don't belong in a garage," one said. "Nothing is easy." One of them helped him open his dream. A small auto repair shop called Ethan's Garage. Was God! But this shop was different. Once a month, he repaired a car for free. For a struggling parent, a veteran, or anyone fighting life alone. On the wall of his shop, he painted, "Draw. If I could fix a broken moment in someone's life, why not their car too?" But fate wasn't done with him yet. The twin girls' family launched a Courage Scholarship in his name, awarded yearly to single parents who put others before themselves. His story began to appear in books, podcasts, and morning talk shows. Still, John remained the same. Every morning he dropped Ethan to school. Every night he sat by the fireplace, looked at the photo of his late wife, and whispered, "We're okay now." I kept my promise. And when Ethan hugged him and said, "Dad, you're my hero," he simply smiled because he knew. Sometimes, being a hero isn't about glory. It's about love. It's about pain. It's about showing up when no one else will. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment below. Real heroes still exist. Let's remind the world that no act of kindness ever goes unseen. We'll keep telling stories that matter. Stories that awaken something in us. Stories that heal.